Hey everyone, welcome to my Black Ops 2 zombie rant video. I'm just gonna go through a few things, basically throw up a little rants, because let's face it, there are problems with this game mode. I do love zombies, don't get me wrong, but it's taking a step back. It's not as fun as it was. Maybe it's because it's really repetitive, maybe because there's nothing really new, maybe because they're taking things out, putting stupid things in. They're changing it too much. And sure, change can be a good thing, but if you change too much, it's a whole other game, and you're gonna appeal to whole other people that you appealed to before are gonna basically leave. So number one, connection issues. I'm gonna get into that. I don't want to play public match. Solo. So I had a couple of, I wanted to do transit solo, and basically it would sit on creating lobby. I actually restarted my game, and now it says it's ready. I don't understand why, in terms of solo play, you need to be connected to the servers, or online for that matter. And yeah, it will record your stats, but if I just want to hop into a game and fuck around, I don't care about my stats. I just want to fuck around. So I'm gonna play some Nuketown though. I'm tired of transit. So yeah, connection issues. Obviously that's a connection issue. Another thing, lag. I mean, you get 3 bars in a game and you lag. In previous Call of Duties, whether it was online or in a zombie match, if you had 3 bars, you were fine. You really had any lag whatsoever. And another thing, disconnections. They're rampant, especially if you go, 4-player on transit or something. Yeah, you get problems with connections, and somebody disconnects. Guess what? You lose your stats. Like, the game doesn't record your round level. I was playing with some buddies, my internet went to shit, I lagged out, they kept playing. They didn't know that if somebody disconnects, it totally wipes your shit clean. And they went to like 45, they played for like 6 or 7 hours. And yeah, it didn't record, they messaged me and they were really pissed. And what else is there? In terms of obviously there's freezing issues, at least there was. I haven't really run into any freezing issues. The next little thing I have in terms of a rant, it's the maps. Nuketown Zombies I actually don't mind. I think it's a fun map. I don't know why my guy didn't load there. But in terms of the maps, they're repetitive. And especially on transit. I'm going to get into game modes in a second. But in transit, you have a big map. Yes, I understand that. It's like basically 4 or 5 little maps put into a bigger map. And then you have the other maps, which are the maps that are in transit itself. So it's boring. Like, I go play, town or the farm on solo, and I'm like, this is boring. I've done this a million times in transit. I don't like it. So I just end up saying fuck this and leave. Boring. Another thing's the colas. Like got Tombstone. At least in transit. They took out Flopper though. Flopper's pretty essential. I'd rather have it over Tombstone any day. But apparently Treyarch and their whole wise wisdom bullshit decided we're gonna take it out, put this Tombstone in. Tombstone is a good perk, but it's nothing compared to Flopper. With Nuketown, the only gripe I have with it, only 4 perks. They have a lot of spots, that when they shoot down from the The mushroom clouds, they have a few spots left over. They could have put some other shit like stamina up or something in. The new maps are coming out tomorrow. That's why I'm making this video. I know nothing about them in the new game mode, obviously. With the new map, I'm actually excited because I really think that it's gonna be a good map. I haven't read anything about it.
Kaboom.
I haven't, you know, I could easily go to YouTube. You're on YouTube and on Twitch TV, and you know, just look it up and see what it's like. But I'm not gonna do that. But I am really excited about it. And another thing, they got this new game mode. Whatever the fuck it's called, I don't know, where you basically, you become the zombie. And people are really raving about it, and they're saying, oh my god, that's so sweet. You know, at least on the PlayStation 3, because we haven't played it yet. And I'm gonna tell everybody, whether you're on 360, PC, PS3, whatever, it's been done before. If you look at Counter-Strike Source, and they have like these zombie mods that people literally created. They actually give you the ability to create. Oh fuck! They actually give you the ability to create. Fuck me in the dick. Like your own modifications. It's Counter-Strike Source, and the reason why they call it Source is because you actually get to go into the Source engine per se, and oh, nice joke. And modify the game itself. I'm not saying Treyarch should do that, but you know, they have things like survival, or zombie run, zombie escape, I believe it's called. Basically, start at a certain point in the game. One person randomly spawns as a zombie. If they hit somebody else, they turn into a zombie, and you have to make it to the end of the map. And it's, I never really got into it, but there's another one that was before Zombie Escape, where again you would spawn, you would, you know, buy a gun, and then you would, you know, randomly, one person would randomly spawn as a fucking hate snipers in this game. Look at this fucking piece of crap. Look at this fucking piece of crap. And people would have to survive a certain amount of time. Fucking hate snipers, guys. Gay shotgun. And basically you could take things like couches and vending machines, and you could make them like block a doorway. So I could take this wardrobe here, I'd shoot it and it would move. You could also use the E on your keyboard, and you can move it into a doorway so that if any zombie tried to run the doorway, they would have to either jump over it or try to push it out of the way. And if they got shot, basically it would have this like bounce back effect on the zombie, and they would get shot back, like they would get pushed back 20 feet. So, I don't know, I think that it's basically the same thing zombie is. I'm probably not going to play that game no matter what. Okay, and then my number one gripe with Black Ops 2 Zombies, it's not necessarily really bad, but it is for me, because I'm honestly a history buff, you know, anything with like the Roman Empire, ancient Greece, you know, Sparta, Athens, you know, that whole rivalry they had, ancient Egypt, that really interested me. Anything of, you know, that sort, you know, and Nazis were one of them. In Ontario, in secondary school, in order to earn your diploma, you have to take a mandatory course in grade 10, Canadian history, and a lot of that is World War II. My Canadian history teacher just got out of university, and he happened to write his whole thesis, like he's talking like hundreds upon hundreds of pages, about Hitler's life. That's the only thing he wrote about it. Hitler's past, you know, his death, his life, his child, all that. So, we obviously learned about the whole Nazi regime and Hitler himself, and it was interesting. So, when Treyarch came out with Nazi Zombies, and they put a little bit of backstory to it, and how these, you know, the Nazis were trying to do, you know, experiments to, you know, make their dead come back to life and be invincible and, you know, all that shit. It just naturally appealed to me. And obviously, this led to a lot of Nazi zombie movies. Look at Dead Snow, or Dead Snow as it's known. I believe it's a Norwegian film. It's widely popular. It's about Nazi zombies. There's other movies. Outpost. Also, Outpost Black Sun. Another one that's really big. And that's the sequel to Outpost. And then obviously you have more movies coming out. And one in particular that's really, you know, people are really looking at is called The Fourth Reich. The name just gives away the movie completely. You know what it's about. You don't even have to see the poster of it to know what it's about. You just instantly know. And I'm going down again because I don't really give a fuck. So I don't know. To take the whole Nazi thing out of it, and obviously they left it open so that you can.
Double points.
No, they could bring it back because they do have Richtofen in this game a little bit. He talks to you in Nuketown. He talks to you when you're doing Tower of Babel if your Richtofen's done. You know, they did. I'll give them that. But I did not see that max ammo in there. But just to take it out, I don't know, stupid on Treyarch deal. Everything that they seem to have done in this game, at least when it's released, comes off as laziness. The game still feels like it's in fucking beta, and I really don't like it. So yeah, I mean Transit. Don't get me wrong, Transit is not only different, but you know, big map. It's just they put the other maps that were already in Transit that you already play every time you play Transit as the other maps. So it's fucking boring. And Grief, I didn't really fucking play a lot. I really didn't get I guess it's good if you like to play a game and, you know, get out, or, you know, like you have something to do. You can't be playing zombies for, you know, 3 or 4 hours, however long, you know, you play. Hiya! Oh, another shotgun. Enjoy! Fuck you! So, yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say, at least off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure there probably is more. I do have a lot of rants about this game, especially in the multiplayer and single player. I really don't give a fuck. I played the first mission. Half of the mission is you, like, looking at some black dude, like, oh, no, 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 no. Like, I don't give a fuck. Let me shoot people. So, anyways, that's my zombie rant video. I'll have a video up tomorrow. Or no, sorry, Friday. Because I have to render the video, and I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I could last till round 2 and die. I could last till round 40. You never know. But I hope you subscribe. Check it out. And if not, I understand. Also, leave your comments what you like about, Black Ops 2 Zombies, and what you dislike about it. And, obviously I'll talk with you about it and discuss it. I like discussing it with other people. So, catch you guys later, and thanks for watching. Peace.
I'm not, but that's why no one would guess it.